Here we go. The live stream is on. And with that, welcome everybody to my Q&A live stream to kick off the new year, 2018. Uh, As always, I'm your host, 64 Beastie Man. And today we're going to be doing, as the video title states, we're doing the New Year's Eve Q&A live stream. So for all you that have commented on my video setting up for this, I appreciate all the comments and questions that I got. And for all the people that haven't commented yet, as you see in the live chat right there, you can post your questions right ahead. I'll be free to answer them as we go along the way. Now, this stream will be set up for about 2.5 hours, so that should open up the board a lot. It should open up the floor a lot for a lot of questions. So if you have any questions for me, feel free to type them in the live chat. But I'm going to start out with 2 questions that I got on my Q&A setup video. First one coming from S-Man Speaks. Good friend. We've talked on Joe's Life before. Check out Joe's Man's channel if you haven't already. I'll probably put the link in the description after the stream's over so you can subscribe to him. Streams together. So, S-Man Speaks. Some questions. What political party would you lean with? I don't know. Like with the Republicans, I agreed that abortion. No. With the Republicans, I agreed that gun laws shouldn't interfere with the civilians' right to carry guns. The Second Amendment. I believe that the death penalty can work on some occasions, some not so much. I am also a firm believer that everybody should be equal. I believe that abortion is a woman's choice and a woman's right. I also believe that the internet should be a free space for everybody to use where phone companies don't have to charge us up the ass just for YouTube, Facebook, and other social sites alone. And with also search engines like Yahoo Search, Google, Bing, they're going to charge you for that as well. I don't agree with it. I think net neutrality should have remained when the FCC voted to rule against it. Let's see, what else is there?
Hello.
Hello.
How are
Hey,
you?
who am I talking to? Loudmouth Studios. How you doing?
Reviews, but yeah, just you can call me Jim. I'm okay. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too, Jim. I'm just going over the Q&A questions that people have sent to me.
Okay.
And we started off with S-Man. What political party would I lean with? Probably the Democrats, though I will vote for Republican at times,
Okay.
as seen in 2016's election.
Okay.
All right.
I voted Libertarian in the 2016 election. Voted Gary Johnson.
Good candidate. Well, the incumbent was completely drowned out.
Yeah, I mean, both Trump and Hillary Clinton both were bad candidates. They were the two worst candidates ever. So I could not bring myself to vote for either of them.
Yeah. All right. Next question from S-Man Speaks. Are traps gay? Now, for anybody that doesn't know what a trap
Is that man in the
it,
chat? What's that kid up to?
S-Man, no, I don't think he's in the chat.
No.
But for anybody that doesn't know what a trap is, it's a guy that makes his hairstyle like a woman's to trap a man to fall in love with him. Personally, that's a tough one.
Obviously, that's
Most traps are gay. some could be straight, trying to attract lesbians with their feminine hairstyle, and some might be
That
on the bisexual
that
side.
seems counterproductive. I mean, to attract lesbians,
Yeah.
if a lesbian was ever attracted to you, she wouldn't be a lesbian anymore, right? By definition. If you're attracted to a man, someone with a penis, you're not a lesbian. At best, at worst, you're bisexual then.
Yep. Next question from S-Man Speaks. Does JJ like trannies?
I'm not touching
Uh,
that one with a 10-foot pole.
uh, yeah, I know JJ's probably going to be pissed with me for saying this, but I think,
JJ's always pissed off. Jeez.
Yeah, I think JJ does love trannies. Well, to a degree, though. Like, he'll accept that they have transitioned from man to woman or woman to man, but he would certainly not suck anybody off. And for anybody wondering why anybody would say that JJ would suck off a dude's penis, that's a joke we do on the Joseph stream a whole lot.
I'd avoid jokes about JJ doing things because he's underage, dude. All right, so I'd avoid those kind of jokes for at least another couple years.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not touching that one with a 10-foot pole. That's why I'm not going to make any jokes at JJ's expense.
All right.
Okay.
All right. And last question from Messman Speaks. Do you think that 2017 was good? Well,
No.
No. Few bright spots, like the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 and Star Wars The Last Jedi.
Yeah, I liked both those movies. There were definitely some good movies in 2017. War for the Planet of the Apes was really great. The remake of It was really great.
Yeah, and I heard a lot of people said that that version of it was definitely a lot better than Tim Curry It.
Oh, definitely. Honestly, when it comes to the Tim Curry one, it's decent, and Tim Curry was really great. But overall, it's a very middle of the road horror movie that isn't very scary. More funny a lot of the times than he is scary. I mean, he's a lot of fun to watch. I mean, his performance top and
gives
enjoyable
100% for funny.
Yeah, but it's not really scary per se.
Yeah.
The new version of Pennywise was a lot scarier.
Oh, definitely. I won't disagree to that. I mean,
Yeah, the
that scene where
Sarsgaard
Mike
version.
checks out the abandoned remains of an old home. That's creepy.
I love the end. My favorite moment in that movie is when that kid grabs that stick and says, "I gotta kill this fucking clown." That scene is just so awesome.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, fuck that clown. I was loving every minute of those kids whacking the hell and stabbing that piece of shit clown. This clown. Kill this fucking
the
clown.
in the air. Oh man, and then they're blood packed for if he returned, they would kill him.
Obviously, that's for the sequel. There was wise that they broke the novel up into two movies with the one with them as kids and one with them as adults for the sequel.
Yeah,
I think that's really going to work well. Obviously, the movie was set in 1989, so I'm guessing the sequel, which will be out in 2019, will be set in 2019. Will be set in modern times.
Yeah, probably. And I just wonder who they're going to be casting for that roles as grown-up kids.
Don't know, but apparently Sarsgaard will be back as Pennywise, so Pennywise will still look the same.
Yeah, that's a good sign, at least.
And I think they actually might have some flashbacks with the kids, so they might bring back the kid actors.
All right.
Yeah,
And
like
here's
a
the other
lot of things
question.
because it's an R-rated movie, a lot of things that they wouldn't allow in the original miniseries because it was made for ABC television really benefited this movie.
Mhm.
Like the whole child molesting subplot was very subtly implied in the original, never directly stated. All right, in the new movie, it's far more easy to tell that that's what's going on because with an R rating, you're free to explore really dark facets of the world like that.
Oh, definitely.
And that's kind of
Here's
been a
another
theme of
question.
Stephen King stories, Stephen King books from the beginning. They're always very cynical about small town America. Basically, always portray small town middle America as a much darker and twisted place than a lot of people like to think of it as.
Oh, definitely.
Like, obviously,
I
in
mean,
Carrie had the
this
crazy
ain't
religious
this
mother.
isn't the fun, quaint Dairyland that you all come to know and love.
Right. Stephen King's books always try to break that down. They're always very dark that way. Though, honestly, though, Stephen King is kind of a weird, twisted fuck because in the original book of this is not any of either of the movie adaptations. I'm not kidding, an underage gangbang. That's
Yeah, I know.
that's that last four
Where the
pages. Yes,
where the girl has sex with
with
both
all the
boys.
boys,
Yeah.
all the boys in that tunnel. They all take turns fucking her. Okay, and it goes into great detail describing them and their penises. I'm like, you are a weird, twisted fuck. That's what you are. Okay. I think in recent interviews, he actually kind of seems to regret writing that. So even he admits that he went a little far there. So no surprise that the movie doesn't have that.
Yeah. Uh,
Because even with the
yeah,
R rating, an underage gangbang would be very controversial to having your movie.
definitely. He is pretty creative at times. With the
Oh
blood
yes,
coming out of the
he's a very
elevator
talented
in The
writer for
Shining.
sure. Of his books and just how many he's able to crank out year after year, it's very impressive that he's able to write so fast.
Definitely.
Really could learn something from him.
Yeah,
Maybe
J.J.
maybe book
Abrams,
6 in his Game
even
of Thrones
if he were
series will
into
be
the
out in
horror
a year.
genre, could learn a thing or two from Stephen King.
Who?
J.J. Abrams, the guy who directed Star Trek and Star Wars.
Uh, I don't know if I'd want a Star Wars movie. Then again, a horror Star Wars movie actually could be a cool thing down the road. Let's say you have like a group of stormtroopers or a group of rebels who run into a planet and they get like a virus that turns them into zombies in the middle of space. You know, that could be pretty cool.
Yeah. Or maybe they're like on a planet of rancors and they're like trying to eliminate them all, and there's baby rancors that come after them and chop off their legs one by one. They have to try to locate them and shoot them in order to
Galaxy
survive.
there. I mean, who knows? And there's always different monsters in all the Star Wars movies. So, yeah, who knows? They could make one that's just a straight up monster movie down the road. That at least would be different, you know? They wouldn't just be repeating the same shit over and over again because eventually that's going to get a bit stale.
Oh, definitely. Star Wars universe is ripe to expand upon new stories and new genres to go down the road.
Right. And they haven't really done that all that well. I mean, like The Force Awakens was too much of a remake of A New Hope. Rogue One, also, a lot of it was callbacks and nostalgia to A New Hope because it's set like right before that movie. So there's a lot of lead-ins and callbacks to that were leading right into the events of that movie.
And
So
plus, Rogue One can get kind of boring at times.
I actually liked Rogue One. I thought Rogue One was good.
It was pretty good too. Some of the
Yeah.
scenes drag on for too long. The
Yeah, it
action
wasn't
sequence
great,
at
but it
the
was
end
good.
was fucking amazing with the Kuiper Warrior and all that.
Yeah, the scene with Vader was really awesome. You need to do more with Vader right now while James Earl Jones is still with us, you know, Because James Earl Jones is 85 years old, and in 10 years, he's probably not going to be around anymore.
No, definitely not. I think
Who
this
knows?
might be the last Star Wars film that he actually does.
Rogue One might be the last one that he does. Who knows though? That's why I think like a standalone Vader movie actually would be pretty cool.
Yeah, but we'd have to find a voice actor that can do the James Earl Jones voice
James Earl
seamlessly.
Jones is still alive right now.
Yeah, I know.
Sure. And long life too. I mean, they have a Kenobi movie. That's the Star Wars movie they're going to release after Episode 9 is going to be an Obi-Wan Kenobi movie.
Yeah, and they're sending it like with the events on Tatooine.
Yeah, apparently Ewan McGregor is going to be back as Obi-Wan
That'd be a nice,
from the
interesting
prequels.
touch.
Casting Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan was one of the best decisions they made in the prequel trilogy. He really did a pitch perfect Obi. You can totally believe throughout that he's a young version of the same character Alec Guinness played in the original trilogy.
Oh, definitely.
So, yeah, he was really fantastic in that part. They underutilized him, criminally underutilized him in the Phantom Menace. They gave Jar Jar Binks more for screen time than him for unknown, amazingly stupid reasons, but the character really, I'm sorry, embody that character. So I'm really glad to see him back in his own movie.
And so uncivilized for them to not give him more screen time than they did.
Yeah. Actually, one of my favorite moments in the prequel trilogy involves him. The one scene early in Attack of the Clones when this guy walks up to him and says, "You want to buy some death sticks?" And he with mind
You
control him
don't
says,
want to buy any death sticks.
"Death sticks. I don't want to sell you death sticks. You want to go home and rethink your life.
Rethink
I
your
want to go
life.
home and rethink my life." That actually is one of the best moments in that movie. I love that scene.
Yeah.
I think the prequel movies get hated on a bit too much. Have their problems that are worth noting, but at the very least, they are new stories in the Star Wars galaxy.
Oh yeah, definitely. There were a lot of good moments in the Phantom Menace. There were some good in Attack of the Clones, but they were followed up by a cheesy romance
Oh, the
between Padme
romance
and
subplot
Anakin.
was definitely pretty shitty written at times, and some of the lines were pretty cringe. But overall, though, like the end half sequence at the end, fall with Yoda fighting with a lightsaber, was still pretty badass.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, I remember when I first saw that movie, I cheered when Yoda pulled the fucking lightsaber out. I was like, "Oh, that's so awesome!" Ah! And
Yeah.
I love that. Right after that, right after he's doing cartwheels through the air, okay, he picks up his cane and then he's like, and he starts hobbling along on it after. That is just too awesome.
And how Christopher Lee had to keep up during those sequences.
Oh, they used a stunt double. It was like 80 at the time.
Yeah, and he was perfect for Saruman. No, uh, what is it? Yeah, Saruman in Lord of the Rings.
Saruman, yeah.
So they decided he's the perfect fit for Count Dooku. And
Yeah.
it really shows.
It's amazing how similar those characters are of Count Dooku and Saruman. They're both like wizards who used to be good but were corrupted by the dark side and serve a dark lord. So they're pretty much the exact same character.
Yeah. The one died to an arrow in the heart. The other died by decapitation.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, Christopher Lee, he lived to be like 92. Or I think like his role in last of the Hobbit movies was his last part. Here he was dead.
Well, peace be with him in death then, and may be remembered.
Yeah, 92 years old. That's a pretty long life, right? And a very good life where he got to play a lot of great roles. And yeah, he was an
Definitely.
awesome actor.
From his time in The Money to The Mummy, all the way up to now with The Hobbit.
Yeah, like his role as Herod, as the king in The Last Unicorn, he actually would come to the screenings of that with the book. All right, with parts of it highlighted that he demanded not be cut out because he loved the book so much. That's how
Mhm.
awesome he was.
Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Well, do whatever you want, Christopher Lee. If it makes the movie better, go for it.
Fit that part perfectly in The Last Unicorn. They made that movie on a pretty low budget too, because a lot of the actors were fans of, actually genuine fans of the book it was based off of, so they agreed to do it for pretty cheap.
And I bet it turned out a pretty good product too, didn't it?
I think 80s animated movies had a bit more edge to them on average than most animated movies today.
That
Movies like The Secret of Nim, all right, and The Last Unicorn, all right, these are edgy flicks.
oh,
They're not
no
afraid to
denying
scare.
that.
Or All Dogs Go to Heaven. All right, where you have a literal scene where Charlie goes to hell, surrounded by these horrific-looking demons that at the end start ripping him apart. This is a children's movie. Holy fuck! You damn
Oh
Don Bluth.
man.
You are an awesome son of a bitch, but you definitely knew how to scare the shit out of children.
Uh, yeah. Well, they wouldn't get away with this shit in the 2010s.
Yeah, not as
Believe me.
much.
Everybody's too sheltered now where they can't see something gruesome in a kid's film.
I mean, there are good animated movies that come out today, like Coco that recently came out was a really fantastic animated movie.
Yeah, I heard it was really great from WatchMojo.com.
Oh yeah, I saw it. Fantastic. One of the best movies of the year, period.
Mm, really nice. I'll have to check it out one day this week.
Didn't like try to scare the crap out of children. One modern animated movies that do kind of similar to Don Bluth try to scare the crap out of kids are the Leica movies, these stop motion animated movies like On the Two Strings, which was also a really good movie that has some scenes that'll scare the living shit out of children.
Yeah, and Coraline was another good movie.
Yes, also by Leica. Yeah, great movie, and it'll scare the shit out of children.
Oh, definitely.
That's
Oh,
why it's a really good movie to show to kids, because I think kids need a good scare every now and then.
oh, what a scare. What a lovely scare like us produced.
You probably think this world is a dream come true, but you're wrong. Yeah, I love the message of Coraline, basically saying that you should accept the real world for all its imperfections, then go in search of a false utopia.
Hmm.
Saying that
Yeah,
those who promise you a utopian world probably do not have your best interests at heart.
that's symbolized with the spider other woman
Yeah,
getting
exactly.
Coraline in her web, luring her into a false sense of security.
Yeah, that's the main message, that those who really claim to have all your interests at heart, those who claim to create a world where everything's fun and everything's easy, all right, really probably are deceiving you. And which is very true, because in the real world, things aren't easy. Things are going to be hard, and people are going to try to trick you.
That Right there, kids. That's lesson 101 for you. Do not trust everybody in the world that you see, because
No.
some will bite you in the ass.
Up to like very subtle hints of what the other mother's real plan is.
Oh yeah.
Like I love in the song when they says that Coran's as cute as a button in the eyes. You know what they were planning to do.
And then with the present, just the sews and the buttons for eyes. Great film.
Huh?
Hope that Leica does another one like that someday.
Yeah, it's a shame that Leica's movies haven't been more financially successful because they're really fantastic, every single one of them. What Travis
Definitely.
Knight, the president of Leica, who directed Cobra and the Two Strings, he's actually directing the Bumblebee movie, a spinoff of Transformers following Bumblebee. I'm like, a Transformers movie directed by someone who's not a complete hack? That is amazing.
Maybe you'll do better than Michael Bay with this one.
Oh, anyone could do better than Michael Bay. Holy fuck, is that guy incompetent? Could you imagine being in the writer's room when that movie was being written? Oh, we make movies. We make movies. God.
Make it repetitive and boring. Repetitive and boring and make explosions happen.
Explosions.
To get the audience entertained for only a few seconds before they realize it's
like,
just fluff.
Seriously, like everyone who legitimately liked Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, you're a fucking moron. Okay, you shouldn't breed if you like that piece of shit movie. That movie was so bad. It was an eye rape of a movie. Nothing in it made any goddamn sense. It was atrocious. I mean, I never thought in a million years you'd have a scene where a guy would go underneath a machine that has a bunch of balls hanging off and say, aim at the enemy scrotum. Fuck everyone responsible for that scene.
Devastator. Okay, so the concept for him was they were going to have this machine that was like built out of many vehicles.
Right. And his overall design wasn't that bad. It looked
and destroyed.
It was totally different than the cartoon, but that was fine with me. But then you ruined it with that line: "Aim at the enemy scrotum." Ugh.
Then they have fucking whoever was getting sucked up by Devastator just shooting him.
Yeah, that didn't make any sense either.
How
were all those cars being sucked up by Devastator while the main characters were standing on the ground safely? Why didn't they get sucked up? What the fuck?
And then oh my god, that scene with the Allspark shard healing up Sam from like bullet wounds or shit.
Yeah, that bullshit, shit, robot heaven nonsense. Oh god.
Yeah.
I love Robot Chicken had like the funniest spoof of those movies plot. Now a sneak peek of Transformers 3, and it has basically Optimus Prime giving Sam the Allspark, like the cube. Sam, if Megatron gets the Allspark, he will rule the entire universe. Kill him, and possibly raise him from the dead. Frankly, Sam, I don't know what the fucking Allspark does. Really?
Yeah.
The first movie revolves around trying to keep the Allspark away from Megatron, and then he gives it to Megatron in the end and it kills him. And then the second movie, Megatron is brought back from the dead for the very same thing that the first movie killed him. Who wrote this? This is garbage.
Yeah. Personally, I'd play the video games because they make a little more sense than anything in the movies.
I mean, you could argue the original cartoon wasn't like high art either, but at the very least, it gave the title characters part of the focus of the plot line. It was actually called Transformers, and it's about the fucking Transformers. Really needed it to be, not some stupid human plot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, ranting about those shitty movies, man. For 10 years, I've been complaining about them.
Ever since Transformer 1, man, Michael Bay set out to ruin other franchises like TMNT.
Yep. I am an atheist. The fact that Michael Bay continues to be allowed to make movies is proof there's no God. Because if there were a God, okay, Michael Bay would have been smite like a long time ago after Pearl Harbor.
Oh, that fucking love flick. Christ.
Michael Bay saw the success of Titanic and wanted to create his own Titanic, but had no clue how to do it.
And it dragged on for fucking ever before there was any fighting.
Because Titanic was long, therefore, if we make this long, it'll be totally successful. Herp de derp.
Yeah. If you want long and interesting, take a note from James Cameron with his record-breaking sequel, his record-breaking movie at the box office, Avatar. They set you up in this really nice world of Pandora, getting you to know all the characters. And then when the big action scene comes up, where they're trying to destroy the Tree of Life, the Cat Warriors are trying to protect it, you feel for these characters because you've gotten to know them through a lot of communications and interactions. That's the thing. Make a movie interesting and develop your world if you're going to make it that long.
Yeah. Whereas Bay fills his movies with unadulterated garbage that adds nothing to the plot. Like in the third Transformers movie, what we could have just been told that Sam went to job interviews and they failed. That's all we needed to hear. You didn't need to actually film and show them in the fucking movie. All right, it's boring. Who fucking cares about his job interviews? The movie's called Transformers, not Sam's job interviews.
It's also not called Turn the Moon into Cybertron either.
And then the fourth one has the worst scene in the franchise when, all right, Mark Wahlberg's 17-year-old daughter is dating a 20-year-old boy, and he goes, she's a minor. You can't be dating her. And so they read off a Texas statutory laws to prove that he could in the movie. All right. Who the fuck cares about Texas statutory laws? What kid who wants to see a Transformers movie says, I want to see Optimus Prime kick ass, and I want to hear all about Texas statutory laws? You know what I'm willing to bet? I'm willing to bet that Michael Bay was just preying on young women, and one of his friends says, you know, Bay, I don't think this is legal. And Bay's like, not only am I going to prove to you it's legal, I'm going to put it in a $200 million movie.
As well as have some dialogue to show that this movie was important. This movie was worth the $17 you would pay for a matinee ticket when it's really goddamn not.
Then and there's even a line when this theater owner says, back in Transformers 4, in my day, movies used to stand for something. Today, it's all remakes that are sequels and sequels that are remakes, bunch of crap. You do not have a right to say this in a Michael Bay movie.
That suck. Man, we really went off on a goddamn tangent there, didn't we?
Saying anything in the chat? Is there a chat?
Yeah, there is a live chat right now, but no one's commenting
saying anything?
from what I. No.
That sucks.
Yeah. speaking of comments, here's the other one got from JJ Skinner. Other than the Buccaneers, what NFL teams do you like? Personally, I think I'll go with Detroit since they do have a shot of making a Super Bowl within the next 5 years under their quarterback Matthew Stafford, Golden Tate, Eric Ebron. If he'll ever perform correctly or perform goodly, he'll be a threat with the tight end position. Darius Slay, good cornerback. They got Glover Quinn, ball hawking safeties. They got a stout defensive line too. Even with the Domkin Sue gone, they could still get pressure on you. What NFL QBs do you like? Personally, other than Jameis Winston, who now has the record for most touchdowns thrown before you hit age 24. Another quarterback I like would be Tom Brady, since, he can make Super Bowl championships happen and make Super Bowl rings appear in an instant like that. Another quarterback I like, Jimmy GQ, Jimmy Garoppolo for the 49ers. Since joining them, 5-0. He could turn the 49ers into a playoff contender again. Just you wait. And finally, Carson Wentz. Boy, what an MVP season he would have had he not gone down against the Rams. Even with a 13-3 record, I still would think Carson Wentz would have been a Super Bowl MVP this year. But with Nick Foles in the quarterback, we'll just have to see how things go. And then another question from him is, what are your opinions on Baker Mayfield from Oklahoma? He's a neat kid, but if he'll perform in the NFL, he'll definitely have to sit for a few years under guide of someone more experienced than him. And that's the thing with rushing quarterbacks out on the field too early. You get them in one bad season, and suddenly nobody wants them. I mean, look at Cleveland's quarterback record. We got Cody Kessler, who was rushed in by Hugh Jackson, underperformed. Next year was traded out for Deshaun Kaiser, and he actually performed well, but his team couldn't give him any help, so that dropped him a whole lot. So, way to go, Hugh Jackson. You fucked up Cleveland for an 0-16 record and set the Cleveland Browns on a 17-game losing streak. Personally, I think Josh McDaniels would have been a better coach than you. So, to anybody that cares to watch or is now joining, this is a Q&A live stream going on. We started about 38 minutes ago, and it'll go on until about 9:30 tonight.
Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna be able to stay that long.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anything else you want to talk about?
Well, I'm trying to look up stuff on Yahoo right now. Trying to see if there's any news.
I don't know. Anyone say something stupid on YouTube and everyone's talking about it?
Oh, there's going to be a video for that.
Heard some shit about Omni Destiny doxing people. I'm not sure how true that is. Do you know anything about that?
No, I don't.
Yeah, there was some drama about it going on Twitter, but I'm just not sure if it's true or not. Kind of like curious because Kraut and Jeff Holiday both have been ranked over the coals for that, having that server with people's personal information.
Mm-hmm.
Kraut and T used to be one of my all-time favorite channels. I cannot believe unbelievable ass he made of himself lately.
Yeah, that's the thing. You fuck up, you're not going to hear the end of it.
Yeah.
And speaking of another, oh my god, I can get to this sooner. Residents in Walt Disney World / Disneyland. Do you know what I'm talking about?
What about Walt Disney World?
Yeah, with the protests that went on when Donald Trump was talking in the Hall of Presidents.
Oh, in Disney World?
Yeah,
Someone felt the need to protest Disney World?
well, the protest Donald Trump in particular.
Yeah.
Ernest Gay, when Donald Trump was speaking in the Hall of Presidents, was continually shouting, "Lock him up," disrupting
Hey guys,
people
what's going
from
on?
watching the show.
Who's here? Oh, Aspie, how's it going? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. It's nice to meet Beat
Happy
60.
New Year to you too.
Hello, Beastman 46 Beastman. I'm 64 sorry. How you guys been? Having a good New Year?
Yeah, but I definitely ate too much at New Year's dinner.
You had a New Year's dinner? What did you eat?
Too much.
Touche.
That's the problem. As everyone's been picking on me over the fact that I gained weight, and I need to lose it, but it's just fuck. That meal was nice.
Hey, if you really want to lose weight, you should rather than going to a gym, maybe you should try P90X3. It's only 30 minutes a day.
I got acid reflux is the real problem. It makes it hard spending too much time on the treadmill because I have coughing spasms.
Oh, have you ever tried? Oh, I said P90X. Did you think I said something else?
I don't know, but mostly I just need to diet, but it's hard.
Yeah, go vegan.
There are a lot of fat vegans.
And that actually works. You don't eat really any fat. Just don't eat a lot of coconut. You should be fine. I did not know this. Coconut, it's like one coconut has 154 grams of saturated fat.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that's a lot. And they may say, oh, but there's a lot of fiber in it too. And I'm like, yeah, but there's not as much fiber if you use it to cook. If you use coconut oil is one of the worst things you could ever cook with, I've read. Because it's so chock full. I think it has more saturated fat than butter. Yeah, so it's very unhealthy.
Uh-huh.
So I saw your Hope Floats review. That was pretty good. Man, that movie looks very cringy.
Yeah, it just was really boring. Like I said, though, it was a Patreon sponsored video, not one I really picked. So it definitely wasn't my best review.
Yeah, I can understand that. It's very movies like the green screen did look a little weird.
Yeah, it's hard to get that working, right?
Yeah,
it was
keep going.
I think the opening sketch I did, that's gotten a pretty good laugh from everyone I've screened it for.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's the It thing.
Yeah. Was that really a scary movie, the new It?
That was really good.
Definitely.
Huh.
It was good.
I want to go.
It was a lot scarier than the original.
Oh, much scarier than the original.
The original, a kid could watch it and really not really react bad to it. Well,
not really. If a kid's afraid of clowns, I can't imagine some of the scenes in that movie scaring the shit out of him.
Yeah, isn't it funny how the year before the that it came out that that there's that crazy clown craze. Remember that whole shtick?
I remember that. There was like
Yeah.
one guy
Where
dressed as a killer clown in that they filmed very near where my parents live. Oh, was it this car
Yeesh.
wash?
Yeah. That's freaky.
Yeah,
Anyway.
this one kid was telling me I was afraid of killer clowns around. I'm like, oh, if there's killer clowns around, I'll protect you. Don't worry.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, my my iPad's almost out of batteries, so I'm gonna have to go. Right. I'll come back in a few seconds. Right. See ya.
All right, sir.
All right. Things for picking up too. Speaking of, for any football fans watching,
See, I'm
for
not much
Georgia
of a
fans,
football
you'll
fan,
be
so I don't have much to say.
for Georgia fans, you'll be disappointed to know that your team is currently losing by 7 points right now, 24-31, against Baker Mayfield's Oklahoma Sooners. But they still have a chance to come back. The Bulldogs get their shit together, step up on defense, and they could win to face either Clemson or Alabama in the final. Okay, so far as I'm looking in the news, I'm not seeing anything that's worth talking about.
Yeah, it's been a dull New Year's Eve weekend. Did Trump say anything stupid lately? Because he usually does.
He's starting off 2018 with stupid tweets. I think we all know that. This is against Iran and Pakistan.
I created a lot of I made fun of him by creating a lot of fake Donald Trump tweets as a joke, and I send them to people. What was one I posted where I say Jim of Loudmouth Reviews is a complete and total loser. I don't know why anyone watches his crappy reviews. Fake Trump tweet. I'll do that. I'll do that a lot of time. I'll send them one with Trump calling them a total loser, making some kind of childish insult towards them.
Man. He might be an average president, but it's always hilarious to mock him.
Yeah. Yeah, the way he speaks, you know. Oh, it's amazing. You're not going to believe it. Believe me. This bullshit he always peddles.
I've definitely seen it in his debates before the election.
What was some joke on that fake news website that said Donald Trump is rushed to the hospital after almost choking on his own bullshit? Or another funny one was Trump kills kitten, expands lead. People wrote off Donald Trump's presidential ambitions when he stole Jeb Bush's pet kitten and killed it live on stage. But in fact, his poll numbers have actually started to rise. With fans saying, I thought it was badass. The mainstream media tells us that cats can't kill each other's pets. Well, I say, why not?
Oh, man.
That is so funny.
My God. Comedy here is gold. Golden for both sides.
Yeah, that site, it's a shame it was shut down, the Daily Current, because they had a few really funny ones. Well, I love the one right after the Charlie Hebdo shootings it was one that satirized Islam by saying that the offices of Hanna-Barbera was bombed by radical atheists for screenings of the Flintstones. Radical atheist group, the Charles Darwin Martyr Brigade, bombed the headquarters that was broadcasting the Flintstones. All right, saying that their depictions of humans and dinosaurs living together was insulting to their belief in the theory of evolution. Obviously, that didn't happen, but it was mocking the assholes who committed the Charlie Hebdo atrocities.
Oh man, it's also mocking the assholes who threatened Comedy Central because South Park had some Islamic episodes to them.
Exactly, yeah. It's pointing out the fact that if atheists and Muslims were morally equal, that article would be for real and not a joke. Never behave this way.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Huh? Atheists don't fly planes into buildings.
Yep. That's a guarantee.
Yep. There's a reason for that.
Wow. Huffington posted 2018 already off to a violent start. Must be talking
Why is that?
about.
Huh?
They must be talking about all the shootings that are going on as of today. The Allentown, Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania's third most populous city saw its first homicide of 2018 around 12:40 a.m. Groveport, Ohio. Woman by the name of Ashley Mary Newon was pronounced dead, with her husband accused of shooting her, Sean M. Newman. Memphis, Tennessee. Someone was shot and killed on Reagan Farm Drive at about 2 a.m. I think it'd be better if I just screen share so that everybody can see. Ah, come on. Yeah. Got Chicago, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Columbus, Georgia. Let's see. Son's first homicide of the year. Woman identified as Nancy Johnson, 63, was pronounced dead after arrival to a hospital with gun wounds. Walker County, Georgia. Cops in Walker County, which is roughly 3 hours from Columbus, say someone was fatally shot and an officer involved shooting around 3 a.m. Houston, Texas. Family dispute resulted in a fatal shooting. Victim was dead. So, how many shootings are there right now? Uh, probably about 25 or more. And that's all coming out today. Damn. 25 people. Huh? Boy, oh boy. The unease is rising. The unease sure is rising in this country. Tim Allen was fired from what?
Huh? What was that?
You might want to see this. It involves Tim Allen, and it's kind of, yeah.
On-air confession to Megyn Kelly. What do you say?
I have no idea. The Tim Allen politics had absolutely nothing to do with canceling his popular comedy series Last Man Standing. ABC Entertainment chief Channing Dunning insisted this morning at TCA. Stunned and blindsided by the network, I called home for the last 6 years, Allen tweeted in May after his multicam comedy was pulled after 6 seasons. Tim, 64, known for his television roles as Tim the Toolman Taylor on the television show Home Improvement, thinks that ABC is canning him over comments made during his Megyn Kelly interview. Allen went off script last week during the interview and revealed intimate details about his struggle with ED and eventual cure. Megyn Kelly explained her position. I just think there's a time and place for those kinds of discussions, but my show isn't one of them. She went on to say, I'm happy Michael found a pill or whatever to solve his problem downstairs, but it was unprofessional in his show because of the family nature should be canceled. Allen disagreed, saying, why the negative stigma? ED is a problem most men experience as they get older. Why hide the fact that there are real solutions? I suffered for far too long to keep the answer a secret now that I found a solution. Primal growth. Tim Allen is alone. Primal growth has taken the world by storm, with many reported increased libido and stamina for all-night marathons. Even his wife was reported to say primal growth is the only thing that works for us. It's really that simple. So all this over ED.
So what did he do exactly?
I think he went on the Megyn Kelly show and talked about ED and a solution for it, primal growth. And Megyn Kelly reacted with that was inappropriate to say at the time, and therefore the show should be taken down. What's been going
yes.
on?
Hey guys, I haven't spoken to any of you guys since last year.
I know. Yeah. Keep making that joke. It's not. It's.
I don't give a fuck. Anyway,
Anyways, here we are.
Yes, here we are in 2018.
yeah. Loudmouth, your green screen was somewhat fucked up in your most recent review.
You thought so?
Yeah. Like parts of your face were getting keyed out.
That always happens a little bit. It's hard to get that thing to work.
Yeah, that's why if I were in your shoes, I'd probably just do picture-in-picture without the green screen. I did find that.
But yeah, it's hard to get it working right.
Yeah, but that clip at the beginning that had me rolling.
The it thing.
Yeah, the it thing was pretty funny.
Pretty funny. I just saw that the title was "Hope Floats," so I thought of the whole line from it. We all float down here. Everyone floats down here.
And when you come down here, you'll float too.
Yes.
Yeah. So. Yeah. So
Bites a good fan enough.
Yeah. So how are you guys doing? Like, how was your New Year's Eve?
Okay.
New Year's Eve was pretty good. Had a lot of Chinese food before the ball dropped. And I just celebrate the new year by recording my clock on my desktop, turning to the new year.
Yeah.
And with the QnA stream that's going on right now, actually.
I did a bit of a live stream just before the new year began and everything, so that's kind of how I did it. Okay. Okay, let's see what Loudmouth put on his. Classy Loudmouth.
I know. Aren't I a classy motherfucker?
All right.
That is how it is.
Yes. But I swear to God, if I were that woman in Hope Floats that finds out that her husband's been cheating on him on her, if I were her, I probably would have hit that lady in the face for that, because it's like you would decide you didn't.
Opening mean spirited. That's like, who would do that to somebody? Who would fucking tell them that on national television?
Yeah, like who in their right fucking mind does that shit? You know, it's like that's batshit fucking retarded. All right, and I'm gonna go to Beastie Man's channel, see how the stream's going.
It's going. That's
Yeah.
one thing. It's going.
Yeah, that's a good thing. It's I don't know. So far, like it's only been like an hour since the new year began, and thus
20
far it's
hours
okay.
actually.
Enough.
Yep.
Yeah, but
Of course, my newest video got copyright flagged. I had to appeal it, and of course, it's demonetized. So YouTube doesn't promote demonetized videos. It's getting shit views.
yeah, YouTube tends to not give it. Well, imagine my shock thing, but we get it, you know. Anyway,
Obviously, they only want to promote videos that make the money. Demonetized videos don't make the money.
yeah.
That's why if your video gets demonetized, it also goes down in views.
Yeah. Overall with this it's so fucking annoying with when Onision would content ID my shit with that bot, and I'm like, fuck, can he just, it's time to stop with this shit.
As every bit as much as you do. We all hate Onision.
Fortunately
that
enough.
I can agree on.
Yep. And if I go to my copyright notices page, Fox News did content ID some of my shit earlier, like in 2016. I finally appealed it in late 2017, and they actually backed off. Now the only video that has all my content IDs are gone. Thank God. But yeah, it was so annoying to have those content IDs happen.
I think there's like another big user has been like getting the same flack for doing some of the similar shit that Onision was doing. All right, with like of promoting like of sex with underage girls or something. Was it like scantily clad images of underage girls, like Onision did?
I don't remember. I only know of Onision.
That was a big thing that people were getting on Onision's case for his despicable body positivity nonsense, where he would convince underage girls to send them to promote body positivity.
Yeah.
What a scumfuck. God, he's such an asshole.
Yeah. Like, it was batshit fucking retarded with how people were about that. With defending Onision. And a year ago today is when I received my first response video, when I responded to some Tumblr-looking motherfucker when I defending Onision video, and then she got like 50 dislikes and she took the video down, probably out of embarrassment.
Yeah, that's what happens sometimes.
Yeah, and honestly, if I were her, I would have pulled that video too.
Yeah, it's never a good idea to defend Onision.
I remember when I actually, on one of my streams, I looked up Onision's channel stats while you were in the live chat, and we were all laughing because He's still hemorrhaging subs to this day.
Yeah, he's hemorrhaging subs, but he still has what 1,000 times more than I do.
Lucky bastard has like millions of subs still, and I'm like,
yeah, it's disgraceful.
Yeah, he's a cancer on this website, and sadly, it's like he'll never go away. You know.
There still has enough subs to make him money, so why would he? Why work a real job when you can make shitty videos for a living?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Social Blade right now,
You
see
get
where he's at.
a lot of money for it.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna go to Loudmouth Social Blade. Let's see how Loudmouth is doing on Social Blade. Loudmouth. Can you imagine if Loudmouth and Humane ran for president? Like okay, let's say it was like Loudmouth is the vice president and Humane is the president.
I just picked up another sub, Yippee.
All right, so he's sitting at 1,536 subscribers.
37. Just picked up another.
Oh yeah, Social Blade hasn't updated yet. You make about $4,300 to $700 a year. And
$100 a year, that would be nice. I did not make that much last year. On AdSense.
From Christmas Day until the 28th, you were getting around 1,000 to 4,000 views a day.
Yeah, but I've gotten a bit of an uptick recently in views because I don't know. One of my few older videos that didn't get demonetized, YouTube's been promoting it. I'm not complaining. It's pretty awesome because I think it's one of my better videos.
Yeah. And according to Social Blade, which I say that with I emphasize according to them, between October 1st and January 1st of 2019, you might hit 2,000 subs. So
that'd be nice, but it won't be enough to live on. I like those predictions because they really don't know shit about the future.
Yeah.
For all they know, my next video could go insanely viral, and I could go, and my channel could grow in size tenfold, or more likely that won't happen. But that's the thing; those predictions are bullshit because they never know.
Mm-hmm. I watched your video response to Sargon, and I thought it was pretty damn good.
Yeah, what Sargon did there, I thought was hypocritical.
Mm-hmm. You should include footage. You should have included footage of like an explosion on Kekistan to piss them off ultimately.
Kekistan.
Yeah, my jokes at the expense of Kekistan piss people off. I'm like, fuck off, dude. It's a fictional country, all right?
Yeah.
All right, I like a lot of fictional nations. Lord of the Rings, for example, or the Shire. They seem like pretty cool nations, but they don't exist.
I went to the website Nation States. And I created my own nation. Later to learn, I accidentally misspelled it, and I can't change it. So I have given up hope on ever perfecting it. All right, so I'm on your most recent video. It's viewable, so it's like content ID, I guess.
Yeah, but it's demonetized. It's under appeal.
Yeah.
You can't monetize it until they remove the appeal.
Yeah. And I made a video like 8 months ago that got demonetized because you got a content ID. I fought the content ID, and they said nope, it's valid, and if I appeal it again, I get a copyright strike, which I don't want that because that means I'd have to wait another 6 months to do a live stream, which I don't want to do that. So other than that, most of my content IDs I've either let go or they've been removed.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm okay. Zach left a comment, and I'm gonna reply some bullshit to it.
Zach left a comment?
Yeah, he left a comment on one of my videos, and
what did he say?
He said, looking back, it was a really fun and adventurous year. Well, damn right, motherfucker. Especially you got the attention of Bearing for a video response. So
yeah,
who knows? Who knows what 2018, what this year will hold in store for us all. That
Who
is true,
knows?
Zach.
Maybe this time we'll manage to piss off someone way bigger than Barry. We're going after PewDiePie, okay? And PewDiePie is going to make several response videos to us, and we're going to get tons of hatred from PewDiePie's fans. I'm totally joking, of course.
I know. Can you imagine though? Loudmouth does a live stream about PewDiePie, and let's say PewDiePie is doing a live stream, and he somehow finds Loudmouth's live stream, and it's just a live stream about a live stream, and then Loudmouth sees that PewDiePie is watching a stream, so then they're it would be a vicious cycle until the streams end, and by that time, Loudmouth's like-dislike ratio is like the size of Onision's dick, or something. Oh,
Because
I mean,
what would happen to you if you went after PewDiePie? You had hundreds of thousands of dislikes. Yeah,
probably.
Guy's done on air all the worst scumbags on YouTube, so we might be on all of their shit lists.
I would not be surprised. Honestly, that'd be kind of funny if we ended up on their shit lists.
Yeah, imagine though if Onision, Vegan Gains, and Atheism is Unstoppable all teamed up to try to take me down.
That would be a funny movie plot.
That would be a hilarious movie plot.
Yeah. And that it would be psychotic assholes versus loudmouth reviews, or what if they all collabed in a Vegan Gains video and they titled it Loudmouth Reviews versus Vegan Gains and all that funny shit. To me, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised with that. So Loudmouth, yeah, no, I know, but if you what kind of computer you got?
What kind of computer do I got? It's an HP. I forgot the exact spec from it. It's a couple years old.
Mm.
Got it in 2015.
Man, 2015 being 3 years ago almost, and for certain things is unbelievable.
Yeah.
God, time went by really fast. It went pretty slowly in 2016. 2017 felt like it was only 5 minutes long, and here we are, 2018.
We're all gonna die.
Yeah, it's 2016. Everybody was so fixated on who would win the election that every second felt like a goddamn eternity.
And then by then, 2017, everybody was just reading to the day of when the inauguration happened, and then every other day since, it's just been funny shit happening. So it made my 2017 entertaining, and I cannot wait for 2018 to have its positive moments, and for its negative moments, they can come at me. So, I mean, I used to be a negative Nancy, so I just learned to let shit go. So after Zach and Humane debated Bering for over an hour and a half,
I watched the first.
It's a good idea to just.
I was very grateful, to hear Bering apologize for the whole laughing in his live chat thing, because that was my biggest. That's kind of been my biggest lingering issue with the guy, was that he did that. But listening to his explanation and his apology, I kind of understand. He didn't realize it was a real dox. I still think he should have taken that shit more seriously, but whatever.
Yeah, hindsight's gonna be 2020. Yeah, and I just said to them after I got the chance to join the stream and chat with Bering, my biggest grievance at the time was his whole video on same-sex marriage, because I thought it was batshit fucking retarded. So I was talking to him about it, and
that video. But
yeah, chatted with it about that and got to resolve it. And I just said basically to everybody, it's just time to let things go. It's almost 2018. It's a good idea to use.
Pretty much, I agree. I mean, I will. Then, I mean, if I see someone like Humane was asking for info on Devin Tracy, I'll still share it with them the same way. I didn't do anything wrong there, but next time I would never be stupid enough to brag about it. if that cost someone a patron. That was such a stupid move on my part. I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah. I mean,
Like
it got
like
us
I
a
said,
response, so.
Well, I didn't really intend it to really ever even be seen by Bering. It was basically some guy was his wall, and I knew he was a fan of Bering, so I thought if I told him that whole story of what happened, I thought it would piss him off. So it was to that one guy, and that was like 100 subscriber guys. So I was just being a dick, basically saying, "Hey, fuck. Oh, my opinion don't matter. Well, fuck you. Here's what it did."
Yeah.
Fact, a stupid move to do, but hey.
Yeah.
But I mean, I would do the same thing again. Like if somebody wanted info on Devin, I would definitely give it to them because people need to know what that guy is like. I see too many people not underestimating just how bad that guy is.
Yeah.
I mean, he really is an utter scumbag.
Yeah. That's. I mean, I don't know. Like the whole thing was a funny thing. It was kind of cool. It got resolved just before the new year.
Yeah, it was kind of cool.
Yeah, it felt symbolic in that way.
Yeah.
Because we all let it go in August. Like we let it go, and then it was made relevant. I think in October or November.
I don't know how he found that shit. I'm still curious. Whatever.
I should have asked him in the stream. How the fuck did you find it? And then
yeah, I'm curious. I'm fucking curious about that.
Yeah, it's like that to this day. It's strange. I don't know if someone sent it to him, or if
guessing like 90% sure someone sent it to him.
Yeah.
That yeah, but
yeah.
man, I did not know that after I had a couple beers and decide to trash Bering in a stream that it would actually end up on his channel, that he would ever see it. I had no idea.
Yeah, yeah, and
I've been careful
he did say
stream after that. I've honestly been scared to do so after how bad it blew up in my face last time.
Yeah, Bering did say that he thinks you're an all right guy. Like, because I'm like, I did say that, it's a bit. It did seem a bit over the top with the vendetta shit. But I said I think Loudmouth's a cool guy. And he's like, yeah, I agree. And I was like, all right, so Bering doesn't hate your guts. So I guess are in the good.
And I don't hate him either. I disagreed with what he did there, and that's it.
Yeah. So I guess you're in the.
I do hate Devin Tracy still. On that hasn't changed.
No worries there.
We all agree that guy's the worst.
Yes.
Yeah. But maybe he's not the worst, but he's close.
Yeah. I wonder.
Brett Keane is probably a bit worse than him.
Yeah.
Probably.
He threatened to flag down Mjolnir Man's YouTube account last year.
Who, Brett Keane?
Yeah, Brett Keane, because Mjolnir Man made a video saying, where'd Brett Keane go? He's not been on here for a while. All his channels are gone. And he's like, I'm going to flag your channel down. And I'm paraphrasing, but basically that was the gist of it all. And
people like him who use tactics like doxing and false flagging people's videos like that and mass flag campaigns.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't know Brett Keane was on in 2017.
He got permanently banned. He was permanently banned from YouTube, and they resorted to an IP ban, which they rarely ever do. Okay, you really have to fuck up to get an IP ban because they have to really put some effort into that shit.
Wow.
I was hoping they'd give Devin a similar treatment, but they haven't for some reason. Even though he's almost as bad, possibly just as bad.
Yeah, I mean. Instead of petitioning to fire Susan Wojcicki or whatever her name is,
S-Man? You lose him?
This mic get cut off?
I think his mic got cut off.
Probably.
Whatever. How about this question? What movie are you most looking forward to in 2018?
The movie I'm most looking forward to Incredibles 2. I mean, if everybody's seen that trailer with Bob Parr holding up baby Jack Jack
Oh,
with all the
Incredibles
powers
2.
coming out of that baby. It'll be a nice movie to see
Yeah, The
where the Incredibles
Incredibles is
go
one of
from
my
there.
favorite movies. So yeah,
Does it end
I'm
with a
very
cliffhanger
glad we're
with
getting a
Wonder
sequel
Minder?
by the same director.
Oh yeah, Brad Bird.
All right, my computer went full blown retard, so I don't know what happened. But yeah.
A question for you, S man. What movie are you most looking forward to in 2018?
I don't know. I was looking forward to seeing the movie The Stray, which I just saw today. But I don't know. I'd have to look at what's going to premiere soon.
Well, there's
There was
a
Go
Han
ahead.
Solo movie coming out. There's Did we lose S man again?
No, I'm still here. It was actually
Okay.
Aspie who left.
But yeah, the Han Solo movie, Avengers: Infinity War. That movie looks really big. Like that's in terms of like big budget entertainment. That's might be the largest movie ever. And you also got Jurassic Park 5.
Yeah, Jurassic World 2. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
I'm
essentially
looking
Jurassic
forward to
Park
that
5.
movie as well. I'm looking forward to that movie as well.
Yeah,
See
you
if they
know
can
that.
save the dinos before the volcano erupts.
Yeah, going to an island full of dinosaurs with an erupting volcano doesn't seem like a good idea.
Well, who would have thunk it?
Yes,
Yeah,
but the
I
budget
think
of this
Jeff
movie
Goldblum
that
put
I've
it
read
perfectly.
looks really awesome. The
That
budget has
speech
cost
in the
$260 million. That is twice what the original movie cost, even after adjusting to inflation.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was 5 years old when the original Jurassic Park came out, and it blew me away. You never saw dinosaurs look that realistic on screen before that movie.
Mm.
Wow.
I mean,
I was 3
the
years
computer
before Jurassic Park
animation,
3 came
consider
out.
how old it is. All right, is really incredible, and the animatronic puppets just looked really realistic.
Mm.
They like actually built for that movie like a life size Tyrannosaur robot.
Yeah.
Yes. So he makes
It took them a
mechanics
long
with
time to
CGI.
film it because the thing kept breaking down in the rain. The puppet.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm not surprised that would be a problem you have to face.
And they shot that scene in a real hurricane. That rain wasn't fake. That was real rain.
On Isla Nubla.
And I thought Jurassic World was also really good. To be honest, all four of them have moments of total absurdity. I think I just noticed them more watching in Jurassic World because I watched it for the first time as an adult, not as a 5-year-old. But the first one is probably equally absurd.
Yeah.
But there's a few like really massive plot holes in that movie. Like, where the hell did that cliff come from that the Rex pushed that car off?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right the fuck out of nowhere. There's also a scene where one of the raptors is on a table, jumps up, falls back down the table, magically disappears.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, all movies got like flubs like that, but Jurassic Park is quite a few of them.
Yeah. Are you telling me that raptors are smart enough to open a door, but they're not smart enough to sense when kids are nearby and have one standing by the door to keep guard?
Yeah, their sense of smell really seemed to have been disabled in that scene. Another massive plot hole is the one scene where the raptor is pushing that door, and Ellie and Alan are holding the door back, and he says, "Grab the gun! I can't get it unless I move." Why didn't one of the kids give him the gun? After it and shot it in the face.
Yeah.
Why do the kids just stand there? What the hell? You got a fucking shotgun.
And then on to another question. How did the shotgun bullets miss?
Yeah, why do you only bring like 3 bullets?
That's batshit fucking retarded. Why bring only that many?
Well, then again, I think actually the gun jammed, so wasn't that he was out of bullets. I think the gun jammed, so that's probably not
Well, in that case, fair
a
enough.
plot hole. But so yeah, I mean, the movie has plot holes, but yeah, it still blew people away at the time. Mostly for how great its effects were. Even though today the effects look the computer effects in particular look kind of cheesy, but for the time they were like time.
Yeah. Have you ever wanted to film a movie, Loudmouth, or like make a movie?
Sure. You got $200 million in your back pocket. I'd definitely love to.
I think it's
Yeah.
not that difficult to like actually film and edit a movie. Like if you're going out for all the animation shit, then yes, it's gonna be difficult. But I think like a simple like because there's been movies filmed on just iPhones, which that's weird. But I
Yeah,
mean,
I
if you can
wanted to
pull it
film a
off,
movie as well when I was younger, just starting off on YouTube.
yeah.
Trust
Can
me,
you imagine? If,
a really good
okay.
movie, all right, even in one without a bunch of special effects, really does take a lot of effort. Like if you look at like the webcam videos, none of them could pass for something that belongs on a theater screen.
Yeah, a lot of people's webcams, like my computer's webcam, is
That you'd
low.
have to go to an independent film festival for, just to get your
Yeah,
name out there.
this webcam here is low quality as fuck. So there's no way this camera should ever. No one should view what this camera is showing on screen, even if I was not in the video. Like just in general, it's that low quality. Like, you know, Loudmouth's camera quality and Humane they can pass pretty well. You know, Humane went full blown high quality camera. Audacity he uses for audio, but with the
Yeah,
demonetization shit, I don't think he'll ever
I
like.
use Audacity for audios sometimes as well.
Yeah, I
Most of the time,
actually.
it's just my camera here,
Yeah,
but you notice the headset I got at Turtle Beach?
yeah,
I pair that up with Audacity sometimes to do videos on the fly.
yeah. In my case, I just film with my phone. I download the video from Google Drive, and then I'll separate the audio from the video, clean the shit out of the audio, and then match it up with the video, jump cut it to death, and then that's how it works. Sadly, Movie
Yeah,
Maker
you put
doesn't.
out a whole ton of videos.
Yeah, it's just because it's fun, and I honestly don't care what Danny Quartz has to say. He has so many videos to subscribers. Bitch, I will make my videos when I feel like it. And if you don't like it, you can let the cock cage send all the blood to your brain to kill it from the inside slowly. Like,
See,
I don't.
I always like to slow down my output because I really prefer. I really don't want to like overwhelm my audience by pumping out low quality videos. I want every one of my videos to like have something sharing. It's kind of important to me. Well, at least the
Yeah,
ones that I label loudmouth videos, whereas the Jim's Quick Thoughts ones are a little more cheaply made, but my brand name too, I really want to have something of value, you know?
yeah. Like, I used to obsess over numbers all the time, and then I was like, it takes the fun out of things. So, I mean, and a lot of the things, it's a lot of the time, a lot of the videos I made, I had basically no audience. So I was like, I don't really care because,
Oh, I
oh
picked up
well.
another sub. Correct.
I ended the year off with like 360 subscribers. So somebody said I would never get to 200. So
Yeah, Danny
that
Corbett was a
fucker.
prick.
Yeah, I hold that number of my sub count high now with that. But
Oh, if you surpass Danny Corbett's in subs, get the shit out of that.
it would be that would be the goal. That's
Just
the goal.
have
If
more
I
subs than Danny fucking Corbett's.
Yep. I'm not even gonna pronounce his last name correctly because he doesn't deserve that type of generosity. A lot of these older videos, I'll admit, were pretty low quality, and the fact I filmed it vertically makes me feel bad for any YouTube viewer because like anyone who films vertically should be shot. Or I say that with hyperbole. Like no, I wouldn't have them have that happen, but still. Oh,
You just film it landscape,
At
like
the
90
time, I
degrees to the
didn't.
right or the left.
Yeah, but at the time, I used to just film it. Um, I used to just film it like vertically because I was too lazy to do it, and then I was like, oh, I can just set my camera up somewhere. God, I fucking hate the fact I ever had videos that are landscape. But well, hindsight's 2020.
Hindsight is 2020. Absolutely.
My eyesight. I actually went to an eye doctor not too recently, and that's my eyesight is that. So I'm glad my eyesight is okay.
Yeah. I'm hoping to have out another video at the end of every year. I do a top 10 movies of the year video, and it'll be an unscripted one, that kind of more of a quick thoughts video than a loudmouth video. But I'm hoping to have it out either tomorrow or the day after, where I go through the my top 10 favorite movies of 2017.
Yeah. I
There
just
were a
did
few
like my
really good
favorite. Yeah. I just did a favorite moments of 2017. That's kind of how I wrapped it up the year.
Do you have a favorite movie though? What would be yours?
Nice.
One of my favorite movies I've seen in 2017 is the movie Get Out.
That was pretty funny.
Especially some of the jokes were pretty fucking hilarious. Where this guy's like, "Oh, my sister, she accidentally bit off this guy's tongue because this guy she was on a date with slipped her the tongue and she bit it off, and he's telling that to the boyfriend. The boyfriend's like, I'll keep that in mind." And I could tell what he was on about. Oh, probably not the most age appropriate, but I'm 16, so I don't care. So it was pretty funny though. And then
Oh yeah, the movie was, the main plot is so batshit that it is incredibly funny.
yeah, and then there was the movie. I can't remember what it's called, but everybody starts killing themselves, and it was because of some plants were doing things to them. And
Oh, please tell me you're not talking about The Happening.
yeah, I saw that happening. I thought it was
It's
pretty
not
funny.
2008, but so that's an old one. That's almost 10 years old.
Yeah, well, the movies I've seen in 2017. Then there was this sci-fi movie. Well, I guess you can call it science fiction. It's where
The
these
Happening, I have to say, man, is probably one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my entire life.
I thought the plot was okay, but then again, I was like,
Dude,
eh,
rustling
I needed time to kill.
are not scary, okay? In the wind is not scary.
If it gives off some toxins that will make you kill yourself, that's going to scare people.
The trees did it. Yes, the trees are out to get us. What a stupid plot. Yeah.
At least it's
They're fucking trees.
Oh man.
At least it's an original plot, or at least somewhat original plot.
Mark Wahlberg even admitted that movie was bad, and I will quote exactly what he said, word for word. Okay. Mark Wahlberg in 2010, all right, he mentioned that he met Amy Adams on the set of a really bad movie he was in, and she dodged the bullet because she wasn't in it. And then he says, The Happening.
Wow.
Fuck it. It is what it is. Fucking trees, man. The plants. Fuck it.
Yeah.
That quote is amazing. So yeah, even Mark Wahlberg was totally aware that movie is a piece of shit.
Would you ever review The Happening?
Maybe, but it's already been reviewed by a lot of people.
There was this other
maybe, but
there was
again.
there was this movie in 2017 I saw. I don't know if it was in 2017. It was this science fiction where these three kids in I think it's Arizona. They're investigating something. I don't know. It looked like there was planes in the sky in the night, but people thought it was a UFO. And these three kids go missing in the 90s. This one girl and two guys, they go missing, and their camera parts are found, and they find the footage, and they show the camera near the end of the movie. I can barely remember. This camera is just falling out of the sky, and it hits the ground, and it dies within a few seconds later. but these 3 kids go missing, and the parents, one of the kids' parents get divorced because of how much of a strain their kid's disappearance put on their relationship. So, but then again, it's like I mean, I'm not surprised. Like, naturally, that's going to put a strain on things.
I don't know what movie you're talking about, to be honest.
I'm trying to remember what the hell it's called, but I'm gonna see if I can Google it and see if Google can be nice enough to pull it up. Let's see. Fuck it, I can't remember. But yeah, it's like a documentary this woman makes about her brother. Yeah, it's a documentary where this woman's brother disappeared, and she talks to her parents. She talks to, I don't think you guys have seen it, but yeah, that's she talks to like a bunch of people who remember the incident about the disappearance, and she's like questioning if they know like what happened and everything. That's kind of how it basically goes down. To give you the teal deer about that, or I don't know how you pronounce too long didn't watch.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's TLDR.
That sounded British when you.
TLDR.
That sounded British, dude. When you pronounce that, that sounded really.
Anyone who says TLDR should be British, shouldn't they?
Yes.
Because the one and only teal deer is British.
Yeah. You know, it'd be funny, Loudmouth. What if you got more subscribers than AIU, Onision and Vegan Gains put together?
What? I'd be living off my channel. Then I'd be a celebrity.
Yeah, and then there'd be cost
You
to
could be a dark horse
celebrate.
candidate for YouTube Rewind, if that were the case.
Yeah.
That'd be so cool to see Loudmouth in a YouTube Rewind.
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't like YouTube Rewind of 2017. I've seen it and I didn't really see anything to be all pissed off about.
No.
I mean, they like. It's like sure, like they bring up a bunch of creators I never heard of, but it's like we tend to usually listen to people of a certain subscriber that might be of a certain sub count, and there's other of a certain genre, and there's these other YouTubers who.
Yeah, they rarely like highlight accounts that I look at. You never find Teal Deer or Logic in those YouTube rewinds.
Yeah.
Well, Potholder 54 ain't going to be there, that's for sure.
Yeah, Humane and Zach did a whole video about Potholder 54 and what is his name? Steven Crowder. Yes, Steven Crowder. They're the drama between the Potholder 54 and Steven Crowder.
Potholder 54 had his facts. Steven Crowder did not.
It was over the two didn't debate what they disagreed about. They didn't debate it or something. That's kind of how the whole issue was. They're supposed to have a debate, but one didn't have time
Crowder
for
did
it. The
same shit AIU when he challenged creationist cat or Vadim Newquist to a debate. Okay, he challenges the guy to a debate, but then makes all these unreasonable conditions for it. All right, and thus not met. AK, he didn't really want to debate at all. He just wanted to sound like a big internet tough guy and pretend like he did. And Steven Crowder was doing the same shit.
Yeah. Yeah, they did a stream about it because Zach made a video saying he was pissed off, and he and Humane had a stream about it to talk about it, which was pretty entertaining to watch.
Yeah, they're both more on the Christian conservative end, whereas I'm more of that atheist libertarian kind of deal.
Yeah, Humane's according to Humane says he's a non-religious deist.
I mean, he seems to. He was parodying like creationist talking points in that one debate, you know.
Yeah, where when you and Coltaham were debating him, and then he didn't.
Like very important facts about
end of the stream.
This stream?
Huh?
It's
No.
supposed.
No, near the end of the left wing, right wing stream, we had loudmouth. We had 10 people on the stream. Humane sounded like he was starting to cry
Did he?
because
Now?
Coltaham. This stream was a waste of time then, because Coltaham joined later on, and Humane sounded like he was gonna cry and shit, and I'm like, oh boy, Coltaham's gonna be like, are you crying or some shit like that.
Wow.
God. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's just I just see it as just facts. You know, the theory of evolution is as self-evident as the theory of the Earth is a sphere. It just is so. One can deny the theory of evolution. I mean, we have so much
agree.
overwhelming evidence for it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you just really look at the natural world, nothing in biology or paleontology makes any sense without the theory of evolution.
Yeah.
Like, if you look at the way fossil beds are ordered, I've never heard a creationist explanation for why you don't find modern animals mixed with the long ago extinct ones. Why you don't find rabbits mixed with trilobites.
I've never heard a creationist. I've never heard a creationist. I've never heard an explanation for how we find dinosaur bones that are so fucking old. You know, if the Earth is supposedly 10,000 years old, but we have dinosaur bones that are 65.
Well, even if you
ignore
radiocarbon dating, which is a very accurately proven method, all right, even if you ignored all that, why on earth do you never find non-avian dinosaur bones mixed with any large modern mammals? Find a sauropod dinosaur mixed in the same rock layers as an elephant or a horse.
Because we all know for a fact that the DNA in the bones or in the dinosaur itself doesn't transfer over to other life. So therefore, that DNA goes extinct while new DNA is created and new species arise.
Well, because when the KT mass extinction happened 65 million years ago, it wiped out all the large non-avian dinosaur species, and that left a bunch of niches in the environment that were once held by those dinosaurs, and mammals got large to fill those biological niches.
Mm-hmm.
During the age of the dinosaurs, mammals were around, but they were mostly very small. The largest Mesozoic mammal ever found was around 50 pounds. Relatively small by today's standards, but for a Mesozoic era, it was a giant among mammals of that period, and may have even preyed on small dinosaurs. Basically like little shrews and things like that. Whereas the dinosaurs were enormous and held all dominant status.
Yeah.
And when those animals were wiped out, there were, of course, openings that mammals filled. They are dinosaurs, so the dinosaurs didn't all go extinct. We actually have more dinosaurs alive today than there are mammals. Since birds are dinosaurs, they're their only descendants. One really interesting book that I really hope they adapt into like a kind of maybe a TV documentary someday. Have you ever heard of Douglas Dixon's book, The New Dinosaurs?
No, I've not heard of it.
I haven't.
What it is it's an alternative evolution. It's the author speculating if the mass extinction that killed the dinosaurs had never happened, what would the world be like? Basically, what he does is he creates fictional modern dinosaurs that would exist today if dinosaurs hadn't been wiped out and they were to continue to evolve into the modern world. Basically, and it's basically he imagines dinosaur versions of modern animals that fill certain niches today. Like there's a dinosaur manatee, a plesiosaur that feeds off krill, right, similar to a beluga whale. I'm sorry, not a beluga whale, a baleen whale, or other things like a dinosaur version of a mountain goat, like this shaggy dinosaur that lives in the mountains of. It was all a really fascinating concept because it kind of shows if that asteroid had missed, just how radically different the world would be today.
Yeah, that is something. That's an interesting thing to ponder.
You look at various groups of dinosaurs that were around back then. They would obviously. Another very interesting one was a dinosaur anteater. Which makes sense because anteaters have actually separately evolved among mammals several times. Like an aardvark, an anteater, a pangolin, all right, they all separately evolved a similar lifestyle, long tongues that are primarily designed for eating ants and termites. So if such a form could have evolved so many times in mammals today, very likely, if dinosaurs hadn't gone extinct, or anteater. Because obviously that's an environmental niche that is prosperous.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Or another fun one was a pterosaur versions of penguins that says that the plan of like a bird losing its ability to fly in order to become an ocean creature. In this alternate reality, a pterosaur does the same thing. If pterosaurs had survived, that some would have done so. Pterosaurs were not dinosaurs, of course, but they're kind of associated with them. Sorry, I'm kind of a nerd that way.
no worries. I think it's better than being a creationist.
Yeah. And honestly, I truly believe with how vast the universe is, with how life has taken hold on this planet, I have to think there are probably billions of other planets, complex organisms, just like our own planet. Planets had environments similar to environments on Earth. The creatures that would evolve would probably have very similar morphological similarities with Earth animals. Whereas if the planets had very different chemistry, they'd look totally different.
Yeah.
For example, you look at how many times the eye has evolved independently. Very likely, if an alien planet has a source of light from its nearest star, just as our planet does, very likely they'd have eyes that would look very similar to the eyes of Earth creatures. Because an eye is a very useful thing to have light-sensitive skin. And it was shrouded in darkness, they would not evolve eyes because they'd have no need for them.
Yeah. You know what guys need to have evolved? It's a bone to protect their junk. I think that's something that needs to be evolved.
Bone to protect their junk?
Yes. Seinfeld told that joke and he's fucking right.
I'm wondering about the way... That's another refutation of creationism, how well we're designed. All right, why do we have our balls just hang in there? All right, it seems like an incredibly vulnerable place to have such an important organ.
Yeah.
From what I hear, it's because semen requires a lower temperature than the rest of the body.
Yeah.
That's why our balls hang outside our bodies.
Yeah, that makes sense. But there should still be that bone there so when someone tries to kick you, the sensitive organ doesn't feel the unforgiving wrath of the force that someone has when they kick you.
Yeah, like dolphins, for example, since they're all aquatic, they keep their balls in their bodies. Their balls don't hang out. So you can't even really tell the males from the females until one of them has an erection.
Yeah.
And one funny thing they showed was that dolphins know how to give each other blowjobs with their blowhole. A dolphin will swim above the other dolphin. The other dolphin will swim below and blow out bubbles of air. You have a blowjob. You didn't know that? They do. Dolphins.
I didn't know that.
Neither did I.
Dolphins are actually the only animal other than humans that have sex for pleasure reasons, for totally non-reproductive purposes. Our humans and dolphins are the only animals that do.
Yeah.
For all other animals, it's purely a reproductive instinct.
Yeah, that's true. I'm so close to 100,000 views on YouTube. Shit.
Are you? I have 147,484 views.
Lucky bastard. Mjolnir Man has over 200,000.
Wow.
Lucky bastard.
How many subscribers does he have?
731.
So he has more views than I do, but half the subscribers. Interesting.
Yeah, a video he did got like 50,000 views on it. Mind-altering substances. He used to do that in the past. He used to talk about those type of things. And for some reason, that's like if you ever just want to make a video to blow up, I guess talk about title it Trip Report and then talk about a certain substance, and it gets you attention for some reason. Yeah. 219,000 views he has.
Interesting.
Yep. But then again,
views, but I generally have a pretty decent click per subscriber ratio.
Yeah.
As in the people who click on my videos seem to like my stuff, but not many people be clicking.
Yep. And Mjolnir Man, but then again, he's been on YouTube for about 4 years, almost 5 years now. But he's been making videos for like almost 4 years, so. So I guess he's been making videos well before I was and well before Loudmouth was. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when I first found your channel because you commented on one of my videos. I'm like, oh, cool. A movie review channel, and it was a smaller one, so there wasn't like and it didn't seem like clickbait. It seemed pretty genuine. So I would watch some. And I'm like, this dude's all right. And then I saw you had a Twitter, and then it was around the time I think of your birthday stream. No, it was your 1,000 subscriber stream. And then I got to meet Aspie, and that was some funny shit right there.
Yeah, Aspie's cool.
Yeah. Then I met Humane, and your friend Tower of Shandor.
Yeah.
And Undoomed. So.
Undoomed, yes, I had Undoomed there.
I couldn't believe he actually joined. I didn't know Undoomed that you had contact with him.
Yeah, I had brief contacts with him. Yeah. I've only talked with him a few times since then, so like I don't really know him that well. I certainly don't know who he is, but right.
Yeah.
Nor do I really want to.
Yeah, that'd be weird. I've seen Bearing's face because he did a face reveal.
Yeah, he did a face reveal.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't expect him to look like that. Not saying he's ugly or anything.
From what I hear, though, he picked the name Bearing because it was a nickname his friends gave for him before he started his YouTube channel.
That makes sense.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. I just chose the name S-Man randomly because I felt like it, and I just didn't care. So I'm like, I'll just choose that. It's not like anyone's gonna be like. Then my friends in high school yell in the hall, S-Man speak, and I'm like, oh. I cringe and die inside eternally when that happens. But I mean, it's a name people recognize, I guess. 211 people decided to follow me, so they're all in my good graces.
Yeah, I actually did go out with this one chick who just watched my YouTube video and wanted to contact me. All right, because she liked my videos. So I actually told her, "Wow, you're my first groupie."
Yeah.
I imagine if I was a big channel, I'd get more of that, and if I was in better shape.
Try the kill diet. I mean, if you're really that's something I've tried, like, and I've been able to lose like 10 pounds.
Yeah.
And I feel good about that.
Like a few years ago, when I was actually in pretty good shape, when I was relatively thin, when my abs showed, I definitely got more pussy than I've been getting lately.
Well, I
amazing.
guess Mjolnir Man used to weigh 200 pounds when he was like, I guess, my age, and now he's 128 pounds.
Damn.
So
He lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, that kale diet really did a good job for him.
Well, I wouldn't want to drop my weight that much because I would have to lose a lot of muscle mass in order to weigh 120 pounds.
Yeah, he's trying to get
Oh, yeah, you
toned
learned
and
that,
build
Kale?
up muscle. Yeah, he tried the kale diet. So I guess
I really only want to lose like 40 or 50 pounds.
Yeah, I don't know how much you weigh, but I weighed 180 pounds, and then I dropped, like, I guess by around 10.
I weigh
I don't
around
know.
235. I want to weigh around 180.
Yeah, but then again, I'm like 5'11", almost 6 feet tall, so I guess I can hide my weight better.
Not the same height, but yeah.
Yeah. I've met people that are like rather tall. Like, there was this one dude I knew. He was like 6'3". He weighed almost 300 pounds. I mean, you could tell he was a little overweight, but compared to someone
I
who's
actually had a girl I dated recently actually flat out said to me, "You know, you'd have so many dates if you lost weight."
wow.
Yes.
What'd you say in
I don't know how to
response to
take
that?
that, but I guess I don't know. Responded to that by going home and eating a donut.
It was like trying that kale diet for about a week. It kind of sucked because I'm like, oh, it's great to eat unhealthy things, but I have to pay for that, and
Yeah.
so like with gaining weight. So I had to try that kale diet for about a week, and I lost about 10 pounds. I'm like, I lost 10 pounds. Awesome. So
Wow. That's amazing.
if I could lose if I could drop about, I'd say I wouldn't mind weighing around 140 pounds. I think I could do okay at 140.
I might have to get on that diet someday, the kale diet.
Yeah. Hey, Loudmouth, what so when you said you're libertarian, like what brought you to libertarianism?
Well, I originally was more just a conservative, and then I kind of lost my faith in religion. Pretty much.
When it comes to economics, like, I know you're not a commie, fortunately enough, but like, so you're like I guess you're like in favor of like the free market capitalism.
Yep. Love me that
I
capitalism.
don't mind. I actually debated Cult to Ham, who's like, businesses should be forced to serve people. Like, they shouldn't be allowed they shouldn't be allowed to refuse service to anybody. And I'm like, I say we should allow businesses to do so, because, like, let's say Loudmouth says, "Oh my God, the Johnson man has a low quality webcam. Therefore, I will not serve him. I will not allow him to see any movies at my theater." Well, Johnson man could go somewhere else.
Exactly.
Problem solved. Or if Johnson man was triggered enough, he could
That's
say,
the point of a competitive free market, right there.
"Yeah." And he was like, "But you're relying on, but Colt Ham's like, you're relying on people to have that situation. What if they what if that's the only one in town?"
Oh, and speaking of Johnson, man. Hey, Joss, I didn't see you there.
Oh, well, I wanted to ask you something. That's why I came in.
Yeah.
Then ask away.
What inspires your Hitler videos? I'm not saying that you're pro-Hitler. I'm saying like, you're like, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think what gave me the inspiration to do those Hitler reacts to my subscribers videos was the fact that I followed this angry German kid channel, and every so often he would have like monstrous subscribers. He would have these videos where Hitler was like reacting to it, like from the Der Untergun, like with edited audio, like building shaking from his reactions, like for what? All that. I just thought it was really funny to watch, so that's why I started doing that with my subscribers things.
Hmm. I can. That'd be funny to take a bunch of Loudmouth's reactions in his videos and just make a Loudmouth reacts to X, Y, Z, or whatever. That would be funny as hell.
You think my reaction shots are funny?
Yes, when you're like you called Sargon of Akkad a moron, you know, or you just take a bunch of clips of Loudmouth saying things and be like, if Loudmouth were to make a new channel trailer, this is what it would be. You get a clip of him saying, "I'm some Loudmouth on the internet with an opinion," and then you just get a bunch of random funny clips trying to describe Loudmouth in a nutshell.
Well, yeah, like I live in a sewer apparently, according to my last video.
That was a
With
really
your
good
green
video.
screen over Pennywise.
Yeah, that was a really good video though.
Yeah, Connor, aren't you gonna say hello?
You know what'd be really funny though? Imagine getting imagine if we could get everyone from that Twitter chat like on green screen saying a bunch of random things and make it someone's like intro for a video. Like you get Aspie saying "re," like he like falls across the green screen saying "re," and then you get Loudmouth just saying his usual opening bit and with Humane and Zach, and like everybody, just funny memes and shit. It'd especially be funny if you get like an animated fight between Coltaham and Humane, since they love to bicker in the Twitter chat. And you said you agreed with Coltaham on their second debate. You just thought he was kind of being an ass about it.
He was being an ass about it, but in terms of the theory of evolution, no, he was right, and he made a few very good points.
Yeah. What did you think about the whether or not morality is objective or subjective?
I do think morality is objective in a way, but I really think it revolves around what leads to the most amount of pain or suffering or non-suffering, basically.
Yeah. And what?
Basically, you just got to weigh your actions and how they affect conscious creatures.
Yeah. And
if the world were nothing but rocks, then there wouldn't be any such thing as morality.
Yeah. What do you think of Humane's position? Like he's an ANCAP. What do you think of anarcho-capitalism?
I just don't see how an anarcho law enforcement system could really function. Otherwise, I'd be all for it. But that's why I'm a libertarian. I do believe in a state law function, a constitutional government. But I believe in government in extremely minimal interference in the free market.
Like you're like a minarchist because Humane's like, oh yeah, you're kind of a minarchist. Like he tells me that because I do
maybe
like
a little bit, but I'm very libertarian.
Yeah, like there's two groups of libertarians, minarchists and anarchists.
Yeah, but I'm not an anarchist. No.
Yeah, more like a minarchist instead of an ANCAP.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't mind the free market. It's like even if it does things I disagree with, like if they like I'm fine with private businesses doing whatever they want as long as it doesn't violate someone's actual rights. Like I don't think it should be a right to be entitled to someone's service. I think that's bullshit. Like if Jossaman saw protesters wearing pussy hats and he doesn't want that in his shop, he has a right to say, your hat is disgusting, get the hell out of my sight. Or if Beastie Man sees us I don't know what your favorite team is, but let's just assume it's not the Raiders for a second.
It's not the Raiders, it's the Buccaneers.
Let's say he sees someone in a Raiders jersey and he's like, you're wearing horse shit on your shirt. Get out of my sight. Or Loudmouth sees vegan gains in his shop. He's like, we don't allow vegans here. Get the fuck out of here. Like you have
I
ever,
would
I
mind
don't care.
serving vegans, but I'd be afraid of that guy.
I don't think there should be actually a justification required. It's your private property. Your
Right? Yeah.
like it's a privilege to have someone serve you. It's not a right.
I
Yeah,
100% agree.
Like if some guy for some reason at a restaurant who owns it says no fat people allowed, I would just go to the thousands of restaurants that would allow fat people, obviously.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know
and
why any restaurant wouldn't serve fat people though, because most businesses that serve food rely on them.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? Here's something people argue against private property rights don't understand is if you complain and you say, hey, this business doesn't want to serve this group of people, people might boycott it because they are like, we don't want our money to go to businesses that refuse to serve certain groups of people. And if you discriminate against a large enough chunk of the population, you start to hurt yourself financially. And the free market does reward good behavior. And I cite United Airlines as an example. Like what they did that doctor on the flight, people were pissed. And
Yeah, I remember there are a lot of great memes about that. I love the one where it has Negan from The Walking Dead walking down the flight.
I remember that one. I showed that to my
So fucking funny.
yeah. I showed that to my best friend. He's like a huge Walking Dead fan. He didn't talk to me for the rest of the night when I texted him that picture, that meme of the Walking Dead. He just didn't respond to that ever. Like he responded with just like a bunch of question marks, and
You didn't get the joke?
yeah, he got the joke. He
Rival-
just typed the question marks as to he's like, really? He's like, real, like he sounded pissed. Like he was like, really,
He has
dude?
no sense of humor then.
Yeah. Like it was like a laughing sense, but he was just like, oh, that's fucked up. And then people were
I
like,
love it. I love a good meme. Like I remember when CNN threatened to dox that guy back in June, I think it was. I love
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
one that has
with the Trump
plastered over
wrestling
the
against CNN meme.
Yeah, what was it? That CNN's logo passed over Biff Tannen from Back to the Future. And it says, "Heard you like making memes, butthead."
yeah,
That is funny. I even made a little 15-second video that has Donald Trump destroying the Death Star plastered in his face over Luke Skywalker's, and then
yeah,
and then I have CNN plastered over the Death Star. And then
yeah.
so, my little way of saying fuck you to those guys for
Threatening to dox the guy.
tactics. I remember actually my first tweet on that after CNN did that. I said, "Did CNN hire Devin Tracy?" Pretty much. That was kind of his style of tactics, was it not? What CNN did to that guy, threatened to dox him.
Yeah, so I remember what you said that around the time of that Bering incident with AIU that Dapperton made a video about it. Didn't he?
I
I thought he made a video
rather
about
not
it.
talk about that.
Oh wait, wasn't it like a video he showed just to you, like his take on the situation?
I'm not going to talk about that. I'm not going to comment because
All right. Yeah. Well, to be fair, yeah, Bering might find this video, and then Beastie Man has to deal with the stupidity in the comment.
no more talk about that situation.
Yeah. I might have a Bering fan after my ass down the road.
I do not want to be in the Bering video. No, all right, I'm done talking about that.
All right.
Done being in Bering videos. Done with it.
Only if it was a collab though. Loudmouth reviews and Bering have like just a review a movie.
That could be interesting, but I don't think that's going to happen. But whatever.
Yeah.
I saw the whole video of Hope Floats. I thought it was okay.
Yeah, it wasn't my best video, but I thought the opening with the it thing was pretty funny.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
That made up.
Definitely was.
It wasn't you. It was the movie. Oh.
Yeah,
Oh
the
my
movie
God,
just wasn't. Like I said, it was a Patreon sponsored video. I was paid money to make it, so
Yeah, I just felt so bad for that lady because it's like if I were in her shoes, that chick, the moment she said that, yeah, I slept with your husband, she would have been punched in the throat. Like, I've been cheated on and it sucks, and I don't give a shit
Yeah,
if people say, "Oh,
imagine that being revealed. Imagine you're married to a woman and she reveals she's been sleeping with your best friend for a year on national fucking television.
I would be arrested for knocking her teeth out then, because it's like you just ruined the marriage. All that time, it's gone. Like, oh,
Not to mention, in his right mind would cheat on a 90s Sandra Bullock. Holy shit.
that is true. Like, she pulled off that accent so well. So she did a pretty good job at that.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, she's like in her 50s today, but back in her prime, she was a very attractive woman, you know?
Well, I'm gonna look her up. I'm gonna look her up to see what she looks like today.
She still looks all right today.
Yeah.
She
Yeah, she
definitely
looks good.
should.
She's
There's some people that have not aged well at all. Kathy Griffin. Sorry, I had a little random cough. It's very random and unpredictable. But yeah, the memes will always be dank, There's a lot of 2017 and 16 and 17 were the year of the memes. The years of the memes. I wonder what 2018 will have in store. So far,
There'll be things happening across the year, don't worry.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, like it's barely the new year. No one famous has died yet, or at least not that I'm aware of.
People die, that happens. Who do we lose in 2017? Like, who's someone we lost this year? Adam West. Adam West died.
Yeah. That was sad.
Yeah.
Because
Mayor West from Family Guy and Batman died.
Yeah, because I recently saw an animated movie called Batman versus Two-Face that stars Adam West as Batman, and it was the last thing he did before his death. He recorded the voice for the animated movie very shortly before his death.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, and it has William Shatner as Two-Face.
Yeah.
Kind of done in the mold of the 60s show. The original actress who voiced Catwoman. The real problem is you can tell, even though she's animated to look like her 60s self, you can tell by her voice that you're not hearing a young chick.
Mm-hmm.
Her voice is aged as well.
Yeah.
But they wanted the novelty of having the original Catwoman voice her again.
Yeah, they probably could have done better with the animated Catwoman from the Batman animated show that came out in the 90s.
That version was more based on like the Michelle Pfeiffer version from Batman Returns. The same voice actress who voiced who played the 60s version of her. As you can tell, she ain't so pretty anymore 50 years later. She is still alive.
Yeah.
I'm gonna choose.
And I love those movies because they had the same style of the 60s show and the like huge breaches in logic. Like there's this one scene where they're looking for all the bad guys, Penguin, the Joker, and all of them, and they're like we can't find them anywhere in the city. Thank Gold Sean. If we can't find them anywhere, the only conclusion is that they're in space. They actually are. Yeah, I love that shit. All right. The leaps they'll jump to. Okay. We can't find them when we search around, so the only conclusion is that they're in space. Sure.
Yeah.
Sorry if you're hearing audio in the background.
Yeah, I can hear your background. All right, so all right. Hey, Loudmouth. There's a quote from Ron Paul. Do you agree with it? Has nobody noticed that the authorities can't even keep drugs out of prisons? How can making our entire society a prison solve the problem?
That is a very good quote by Ron Paul. Ron Paul is a smart fellow.
Yep.
That actually makes a whole lot of sense.
Yeah, I'm very much in favor of ending the war on drugs. I literally argued with my own father. He's like, "Oh, the war on drugs." It's like, but he's trying to justify it. It's like it erodes the Fourth Amendment. It's overall just a waste. I mean, if you want to shoot heroin up in your arm,
Just end the war by making it legal.
yeah, it's like he's fine with marijuana being legalized, which the war on drugs like exponentially increased our prison population. Like if we killed the war on drugs and pardoned all nonviolent drug offenders, we'd be saving a lot of money.
We would.
Yeah. Man, Grand Theft Auto 4 is fun on the Xbox One. Just a side note.
Mm-hmm.
I have the emulator. Luckily, I don't need the original disc to play it. So I needed it to play it. Well, you don't need it, but I had to get it to install it. But other than that, it's fine.
Hey guys, I'm probably in the turn in, but good chatting with you all.
All right,
Good night, guys.
later, Loudmouth.
All right. And like you said, that Forza Motorsport game needs to come. I've never played it, but I think that all Xbox 360 games, if they can come on it, and if there's a big demand, it should. And that seems like a big demand.
4. Yeah, there's a lot of Forza fans that are really pissed off about that.
Yeah.
Like Horizon
They could,
is part of the Xbox Live backwards compatibility. Not any of the other 3 that came out for the 360.
yeah, they need to do it. I think I played the first one that came out in 2006, but that might have been a different game. I don't
The
know.
Xbox.
360. I think I played the first for Forza Motor, whatever you call it.
Yeah.
It came out in 2006.
Forza Motorsport 1 came out on the original Xbox. 2 came out on the 360.
Oh, okay. Then I must have played the sequel then. I don't know. Sorry if you're hearing audio in the background, but
It's all right. I'm used to it
as
by
long
now.
as it's not that. Is there any more questions? Is anyone asking any questions?
No, I don't think anybody is. I think with all the questions I got and a little bit of questions sprinkled in, I think that would work well for a mini Q&A video.
Yeah. I might do a Drunken Peasants live stream celebration of on it. And all that. Maybe play the clip when I was on it on the show and comment over it.
Okay, so we got about 10 minutes before this stream ends, so might as well just shoot the shit for a little bit, I guess.
Yeah.
So anyway, how have you been doing since we last talked?
Good. See, I'm trying to cut it out every time I hear the noise, but
yeah, sometimes that will happen.
Yeah.
That's an unedited video for you, or a stream for you at the very least.
Yeah, I really should have done my Q&A this way when I did it. This way, and I think I did it the last time I did a Q&A. So I don't know. I turned my other channel into a music channel. I just need to do something with that. So
Let's see. I might have to check it out sometime. See what
yeah,
new
it's not
albums
that
they have
good.
on here.
I think I'm gonna upload the album that I have on. Like I can send you the SoundCloud. I won't say it's good, but it's just yeah, I do on my spare time.
Nice.
What's up, JJ?
Fucking pissed.
Oh,
Because the
what's
Dallas
going on?
Cowboys didn't make the playoffs.
Not necessarily. Oh, you fucking lost to Georgia. God damn it.
Oh,
It's fucking bullshit, dude.
yeah. For all it's worth, though, it was a pretty competitive game. Baker
Yeah.
Mayfield performing pretty great.
Yeah, that's true, but when it mattered the most, OU couldn't come up with a stop. Their kicking team couldn't block for Austin Seibert, and then they fucking let him score.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
This
like
is
I was
like
saying about Baker Mayfield
this is
earlier,
like a
he's a
Clemson
really
game
good
all over
player.
again.
He's a really good player, but if he goes into the NFL, he might have to sit for a few years to develop under a more experienced quarterback.
Maybe. I say he's definitely a first round pick, though.
Heisman. Though I could see him going as second or third. That way expectations aren't as high. There aren't that many repercussions for failing.
True.
And you could still get a good trade out of him if he underperforms in one team.
I'm gonna go. I gotta deal with something else tomorrow.
All right.
See you guys.
Later, JJ.
I was gonna go to a funeral, but I didn't really have any clothing for it, so.
Definitely. A lot has happened with me recently. Spending more time with the family. We played a bunch of board games since Christmas. Went to Daytona for the Christmas lights at the NASCAR track.
Oh, that's great. Then, um, uh, so what games have you been playing lately? If you've been playing it at all?
I've been playing some Madden 18. I've been playing Forza Motorsport 7. I'm looking into starting to play Star Wars Battlefront 2 sometime tonight.
Okay, that's cool. I what was I gonna? My brother has Madden NFL 18. It's his game, so I can't really play it. But um, yeah, I think I've played the Madden games. They're pretty fun to play.
Yeah, they definitely got their good points to them. Like the addition of the hit stick from 2005. It's pretty fun to abuse it when you're going up against others.
Mm-hmm. I think the last one I played was Madden NFL 16. but I should play the new one.
Especially since it has a new mode, Launch Shot, where you take control of an NFL hopeful to
All
the
right,
story of how he becomes.
Oh, sorry. I'll be back in a second. I think I have to take my meds, but I'll be back in a second. Just gonna
All
take
right. Meanwhile, back in our stream, got about 5 minutes left. For all of you wanting to ask questions, since we probably don't have enough time, I'll just close it out right now. And with the stream cutting out in about 4 minutes, I'll just make the outro short and sweet. To anybody listening, thank you guys so much for watching the stream. And remember to like, comment, share, subscribe if you enjoy this video. Hopefully, I'll be able to pump out videos like this more often in the future. And to anybody wondering about one of my projects going on, I'm continuing to work on it. It's just I've had a lot of shit happen that kept me from it. But it will come out soon. Don't worry about it. So, just in case this stream ends a bit early, this is 64 Beastie Man beasting out. But we'll just have to wait to see if that's the case. Meanwhile, I just want to see how everybody else is doing who watched the video. And if you enjoyed this live stream or not. I know it kind of got taken off from the Q&A that was meant to be, but it was still a lot of fun just to see these guys again, see Loudmouth reviews, to see Josaman and S-Man, and to see JJ again. The next time you see us lot, it'll probably be on either Loudmouth's channel, S-Man's channel, or Josaman's channel. I have no idea who will be streaming what, but I'll definitely be looking to join these streams in the future. So, to see me there, 2018 to go rather good for the future. And hopefully,
I'm back.
all right. I was just giving a quick outro to the audience just in case the stream were to cut off.
Oh, okay.
There's got about 2 minutes left.
Okay. Well, I had fun coming on. As always.
Nice to see you again, Josh.
Oh, no problem. No problem. You've been a subscriber through a lot of stuff, so.
Definitely.
Thinking about when I made a horrible video called "Drunk Sex is Rape," which is not. It's not. Yeah. I think that will always be my favorite video, not because it was good, but because.
But because it was how we met.
Yeah, favorite video because that's how I met a fan, and that's friend and my first friend on here. I could just turn down the volume, the recording volume, and I wish there was a way to get noise reduction live, but I guess that's an after effect.
That's an after. Yeah, there might not be a way.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot I had stereo mix on. Better disable that.
Anyways, thank you guys for watching. And this is 64 Beastie Man, along with friends and company, beasting out.